You are sincerely welcome to today's edition of Faith Issue, brought to you by the Social Communications Department of the Catholic Diocese of Nsukka. Let us reflect briefly on the theme, God does not abandon his people. In the first reading of today, taken from Isaiah chapter 49, from verse 8 to 15. Towards the end of the reading, Isaiah said that even if a woman forgets her child, that God does not abandon his people. God does not forget us. He does not forget his own people. This particular part of the prophecy of Isaiah, the books of the Isaiah, address no longer the inhabitants of Jerusalem, but the exiles in Babylon. Jerusalem had been destroyed and now awaits reconstruction. Israel awaits a new and glorious future. The tone of the prophet was no longer that of condemnation, but consolation. The prophet saw a people discouraged, a people dazed and destitute, severally tempted to apostasy. The people in exile must be consoled, not punished. Their faith should be sustained, no longer tried. Isaiah then said, amidst this confusion he said, sing for joy, O heaven, and exult, O earth. Break into singing, O mountain, for the Lord has comforted his people and will have compassion on the afflicted. This clarion call was so necessary to give the people of Israel hope. The people had thought that God was no longer on their side, but Isaiah proved them wrong. Politically in our country, Nigeria today, it seems we have been discouraged. Socially, economically, and culturally, we are disoriented. And one is tempted, like the Israelites, to say that God has abandoned us. But taking the words of the prophet, we are consoled that God will not abandon us. He has not abandoned us, and he will never abandon us. In the gospel, Jesus also reiterated the fact in John chapter 5 that the Father goes on working and Jesus himself is still working. We are still projects in the hands of God. All Jesus needs from us, just as he has come to do the will of the Father, let us keep doing his will, and we'll see that his work is ongoing. We are not finished products. Let us keep hoping. Let us keep believing. God will never abandon us. Individually, we might be passing through different difficulties, but remember that even if a woman forgets her child, God will never forget us. Peace be with you.